All right, my friends. Hey there, hi, hello. It is me, Chelsea. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. How's the week going? How was your Monday? What's up? How are we? We're still here in Libra season, and this weekend, 2 days ago, we had our Aries full moon. How was it? Man, oh man. We're taking a look back about 6 months ago to our Aries new moon that happened in, I don't know, March, April, whenever, I think end of March, right around there it was, and seeing what we're pulling in, what we have created since then. So today we are going to do our typical full moon situation. We will do the lights and shadows spread with the Way Home Tarot. So coming off this full moon, what's up? What we're going to dig down, mind, body, spirit, conscious, subconscious, unconscious, into the 3 levels of awareness, see how we're doing, what's going on in our mind, what's happening in our body, what's down in our spirit. And then we will take a look at the lights, the energy we're trying to call in and move towards, and the shadows, the sticky, tough stuff that probably came up around this full moon, the stuff we're going to have to work through in order to work with that light energy. All right, let's just dive right in. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm into it. Interesting. So here's what we've got. Up in the position of conscious mind, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. Here in subconscious body, we've got the 6 of Wands. In unconscious spirit, we've got the 4 of Swords. Cool. Okay, up in lights, we're pulling Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune. And down here in shadows, we're pulling Strength. So coming off this Aries full moon, Scorpio season starts in a week and a half, and we are headed towards eclipse season. So we're already kind of in this eclipsey portal. And during eclipse seasons, we don't actively work on manifesting. We kind of sit back and let the work we've done settle. Let the universe do its thing. Let it shake up what needs to be shaken up. We receive, we release all of this goodness. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So I'll start right away by diving into our lights and shadows. So with Fortune up here in lights, we're taking a look at changing habits, a change in circumstance, a change, the wheel is spinning and we are new. We're some version of new, right? Even if we are kind of noticing cycles and patterns that we're breaking, we're never the same person repeating the same cycle twice. Always have more information the next time around and the next time around. What we choose to do with it, who knows? But we're never the exact same every time the wheel comes back around. So this is giving me the vibe of things are going to be shifting and changing, and it's kind of just on us to notice and let them, and we'll kind of dive into why with these guys here in a second. But first I want to talk about our shadows, which is Strength. So this is very much giving me this need for surrender, right? So we've got Strength down in shadows. We've got this patience, discernment, this very not slow moving but sturdy energy. What it's saying is you're not going to be forcing shit right now, okay? Do what you must to cultivate patience and resilience and patience. Which, we hate talking about patience. But again, as we move towards this eclipse season, things are these are our 2 majors here in our lights and shadows. So these are the bigger energies we're working with. And something bigger than us is coming up, okay? Something bigger than us is really moving the needle. And let's dive in and talk about why. So up here in conscious mind, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, we love to see it. This is this energy of we planted the seed, we grew the garden, and so now we are the person who grew a garden. We need to step back, we need to pause, we need to recognize that in order to get from point B to point C, it's going to be different than what we did going from point A to point B. So we can step back, we can look, we can be super happy that we made it to point B, pat yourself on the back, great effing job, and now what's next, okay? So there is still work to be done, but we can appreciate the work that we've already done, and that's happening up here in our conscious mind. So I want you to take a moment to really take a look around and be mindful of where you are right now and what you've created, and grateful, and reassess what is good and what's not. So next week we are going to do some release and receive before we really get into the throes of Scorpio season and these eclipses. So let's start taking stock this week as we're headed towards this Fortune energy, as we're heading towards things shifting, and knowing that we're going to need to kind of cultivate some patience and take a look at the areas where we're trying to force our will. Let's pause and see the work we've already done, the fruit it has bared, and get an idea of where we'd really like to be going next. Body, Six of Wands, like light at the end of the tunnel, celebration. So that's really great. And then in spirit, we've got this Four of Swords saying, like, rest and lay down your sword. There's really not much to be done right now. So again, all three, mind, body, spirit, is really telling us, and lights and shadows. This isn't a week or a season for a lot of active actioning. This is a season to relish in the work that's been done up until this point. Okay, and it's fall. It's the season of the harvest, right? So the seeds you've been planting, the shifts you've been making, all of the changes, all of the cycle breaking, all of the cord cutting, all of the diving deep into your shadows and your emotions. Now is the time to let that work sink in and extend outwards into what is happening outside of you. So again, up here on our mind, we can take a look, we can take stock, we can say, okay, great job, I'm going to pat myself on the back for this, this, and this. This is probably where I'd like to go next. Let me start to feel in my body what that might feel like, because again, this isn't going to be big action. Here in body, we've got Six of Wands. We've got celebration. So taking the time to feel the emotion of making it to this place of this Seven of Pentacles that we're noticing. Feeling what it feels like. Feeling the joy of, I made it here. I planted this garden. Look at that. That's more of the cosmic assignment, is getting into the feels and the celebration of what is good. I kind of hate to say it because we don't want to speed up time, but it's mid-October and the holidays are coming. The holidays are for celebration, for rest. They're supposed to be, right? So let's start kind of getting into that spirit of like taking a look back at this year, at what's happened since the spring equinox, at what happened back in here, because we're still in Libra season, right? So 6 months ago was Aries season, was our start to the astrological year. We're halfway through, so we're taking a look at what we've done this past 6 months. We're headed in towards a season of celebration and change. Love that. And on our deepest level, we are needing to know that there's not a lot of action to be done right now. What needs to be done right now is we need to rest and we need to let the work we have already done sink in, because change is a coming. So trying to force your will, not really gonna happen. We need to sit back, take the time to feel, take the time to see, take the time to receive the fruits of all of the labor we've been putting in, and allow reality to change itself accordingly. Happy Tuesday. Happy post-Aries full moon. Happy Libra season. Next week, we're going to start, we're going to do release and receive. We're going to start talking about working into this eclipse season, Scorpio season that we've got coming up. This has been the Lights and Shadows spread. So just some quick updates. So you know, currently, personalized tarot readings are only going to be available to Patreon subscribers. So if you want, first of all, more daily tarot insights, access to the replays of the live readings that we do every Friday at 10 a.m. over on Instagram, join us on Patreon, and that's the only way you'll have access to book a one-on-one tarot reading via Zoom with me. So join us there. Come join us over on Instagram for the live reading. And yeah, I'll see you next week for eclipsey stuff.